Hi friends, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. Guess what super exciting thing we're going to do today? We're going to ship stuff. I know, you were beyond thrilled. I get it. So welcome to my little shipping station. I will start off by saying that for what I currently do, this is probably pretty unnecessary. When I got this shipping station, I know you can't really see it because it's full of stuff right now, but there's like this big metal table down here, and then there's all these like shelves and stuff. Um, when I first got this, I was shipping a lot more hard goods, and this was really useful. Now that I do clothing, I don't need anything this elaborate. Underneath this, there's like a counter height table. Underneath that is all of the boxes that I use, and I have like, let's see, I can't really show you without being disruptive. It's all flat pack boxes, and they're all sorts of sizes and stuff underneath there. Most of them I get from the post office. Some of them are brown boxes that I get from eBay. So the top of my shipping station here, these are all my little poly mailers. These are some more. These are mostly the clear poly mailers. This is some random stuff that doesn't have a home. These are Tyvek mailers from USPS underneath here, and those are super useful. They're only for priority mail. This is my sewing machine. And is this a good table for a sewing machine? Absolutely not, but it's what I've got. So, yay. Anyway, I also have my trusty little label printer here. If you are a reseller and you do not have a thermal label printer, I, I love it so much. Mine's a Dymo 4XL, which is probably like an outdated model at this point, but it fucking works and I love it. And they save so much time and tape and paper and cutting and whatever, and I love them. And they look really professional. So what I thought I would do first, I have to start off by pulling, I, I pulled most of my inventory. I just have two pieces that I'm going to pull for you, three pieces that I figured I would pull while I was on camera so you can see the ridiculousness that is my life. But probably if you're a reseller, it's your life too. If you're not a reseller, it's just fun to watch other people's hot mess, right? So you can see I have a giant clothing rack right here. This is sitting in front of my shelf full of totes. And I'm going to wheel this out of the way. Normally I wheel it in the opposite direction, but you're there. So let me see. Let me move this a little bit. That's not, we're going to move you just for a second here. Here's my totes. All right. So I know that I've got box number one. We've got, and it's right on top because I just listed it. So that's sold. I'll show you what they are. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave you hanging without showing you. Box number three. I have a bandana in here. I don't remember what number this is already. Box 3H. So I was impressed that I remembered box one and box three without having to look. So 3H, a little bandana that I sold. I'm not going to go over like how much I sold all this stuff for because that'll be later this week that you'll see that. And what was, oh, this box that I almost never go into. This has a couple of like hats. They're really cool hats, actually. I need to get them like relisted. Oh, losing my balance. Hold on, let's see. I have a few pairs of nylons shoved in here because I didn't have a place to put them. I've now developed a little bit more of a system for the nylons. I'm balancing on one leg and holding this tote on top of the other leg. So, all right, get this back up. Okay, now I'm going to have to put everything away. All right, the first thing that I'm going to wrap up is a little bundle that I sold on Poshmark. I'm not going to go over the actual items that I sold with you because I will do that in my what sold video, but I do have everything wrapped up in these tiny little poly mailers. And, you know, I have a couple different sizes of the clear poly mailers because obviously sometimes things are bandanas and sometimes things are big fat sweaters. Oh, there we go. So let's see. This particular package, the person purchased two items. I'm leaving them in individual little poly mailers. Number one, because a lot of times after they've been sitting around in poly mailers and in totes and things like that, you know, the poly mailer isn't great to reuse for something else. In this case, it would be fine, but I also feel like, I don't know, for some reason it strikes me as more professional. I feel like that's just in my head, but it is what it is. Um, so all, all my poly mailers, they have these little strips that, cover the adhesive up, and Rizzo eats them. And so, if you're unaware, long string like things can tangle up in a cat's intestines and form what they call a linear foreign body. So it's like the string just crunches up their intestines and they need super expensive surgery. So I don't throw these away in my wastebasket, which is conveniently sitting right here. I collect them in my hand and throw them away in my kitchen garbage can on the other side of this wall. Super annoying. But anyway, there we go. So Skibbs, my other cat, eats them too, but he's less like Rizzo's on a mission. You know what I mean? Like Skibbs is if he comes across one, he's like, hey, that's cool. Let me snack on that. Rizzo's like hunting for them. So I'm gonna write my little thank you card. I have business cards that I have printed up. That's obviously just my shop name, and then on the back it's got my little website and a QR code that they can scan to get to my website if they so desire. And for every single order, I always write out the thank you cards as I'm packaging the orders. I used to write them in advance years ago. I would like write out, just a little thing and then just add the person's name to the card as I was doing the shipping. But I felt like this was more personal and it kind of felt nice to be grateful for the sale every single time I was packaging one up. So anyway, I'm going to write a little thank you here. I also write in cursive still or script, and I wonder how many people are like, oh, look at this cute old lady's handwriting. So, but there we go. And I'm gonna just tape it to the front of one of these little guys. Stick it in my poly mailer. So my mailers, this is the one I'm using today, which is cute. This is the only one I have that's like the smaller size, the 9x6. But the majority of the things that I'm shipping in a smaller size are usually panties, and some people don't like their panties announced. And I just feel like this is like the most like sexy lingerie type of mailer you could have. I do have smaller ones for this size for eBay that are just white that say eBay. This is going to a Poshmark person, so I feel like it's fine. I don't think that they will care about a leopard print. Maybe not yet available. I don't want to do any of this. What are we doing? Oh, I hit view order instead of going to the label. Poshmark, if you don't already know, emails you your labels. So I don't generate them myself. I just print them out from my email. No, what are you doing? No, sorry, I had it set to save as PDF for something else that I had to do. Here we go. Oop. Oh, sorry. I don't think that you can see that. I did it too quick, but super fast little, see? It looks so pretty on there. Okay, that's package number 1. Yay. Next up, I'm going to do my second Posh package, which is just a single item. Also, where did you go, my friend? There you are. Also very tiny. Let's see. I press all the air out of the poly mailer because I don't know why, because I do. Stick that in my teeth because, all right, let's see. Thank you. Okay. I guess I won't keep sticking these in my teeth because then I can't talk. There we go. There we go. All right, print this baby. It's one of the things that's frustrating about Poshmark is all of their packages are priority mail, which I mean, great because the buyer gets them really fast, but also that means that you're paying the same amount for like a 2-ounce little whoozy nothing as you are for a 5-pound package. So where did I just, oh, there it is. I see it. Now I got to throw out the little fingers. There we go. Also, this box is up here. Also for Rizzo, I have to do a lot of Rizzo proofing. Okay. She likes to climb up here. She jumps up here. This is very unstable. And then she eats all the little plastic up here because she is committed to eating plastic, apparently. Okay. So that's all of my Poshmark packages. And next, I'm going to move into Pirate Ship because I have packages for, oh my goodness, this is so many, Etsy and eBay. So I will import them all into Pirate Ship. It, for the most part, rate-wise, I don't think it matters so much whether you do shipping directly from eBay and Etsy or Pirate Ship. I definitely prefer Pirate Ship for international packages because the rate is a lot better. But for regular, the thing that I like a lot about Pirate Ship, besides just the great customer service and everything, but you can print one scan form for all of your packages, whether they're from eBay and Etsy or Depop or, obviously the Poshmark ones I can't put on there, but it's still nice to be able to like give my post office person a scan form. Let's see. So this next one is also a tiny little package. And as I'm shipping them, I make sure I remove my little inventory tag because they're still in the poly mailers. So let's see. Pirate Ship is great because it tells me the item description or title or whatever. So let's see. I do all of my things one at a time because if I don't do them one at a time, number one, I check the weights and everything. Like this one, I know it's a bandana. So I know that the weight is going to be like 3 ounces or less. But I like to check the weights as I go to make sure that they're accurate. I can make any adjustments. Also, if I print all of the labels at once, like you can enter all your information and then just bulk print and purchase all your labels and then put them on your packages. I will label the wrong package with the wrong label. Like I 100% will do that. So I just do them one at a time. And everybody is okay. Let's see. Another little thank you card. This also gives you a nice idea of how long it can take to do shipping. And remember, I pulled most of these inventory pieces before I started filming this video because let me see, I'm going to move this out of my way for the time being. Because it was too tedious to do on camera and everything. All right, this can go in one of these guys. Nothing racy in here. Let's see. And change my little settings in here. I am going to double check my weight. 1 whole ounce. I'm going to call it 2 because I'm going to add a label to this. It's still going to be fine, whatever. It probably goes without saying, but when you're doing shipping, always round up so that you're not charged more on the back end or so that your buyer's not charged or anything like that, Alrighty, please go back there. Another thing that I do, I don't know if I need to do this, but like these like extra little, I tape them closed most of the time because I get nervous about them being caught on machinery. I don't know that they would. And I normally use packing tape, not this Scotch tape. But this isn't really, I was going to talk about my Scotch tape. It's not Scotch tape, it's just rando tape. And also, you don't care. I don't need to tell you about my fucking Scotch tape. Okay. Let's see. Next, I'm going to go back to my little import page on pirate ship. I have this nightgown that I sold, so I've got my little inventory number in there. I'm going to dig that out, save it, pull off my Rizzo snack, my little nightie. And it's nice that it's like already folded up, all nice and neat and ready to go. I don't have to fold it on the day of shipping because I did it all after I listed the item, I fold it all up nice and neat and put it away. Nightgown. Apparently I cannot speak and write thank you so much at the same time. So sorry. Oh, now for my fun mailer. These are my favorite mailers. I get the recovery tattoo mailer. They don't actually make these anymore. I was getting these off of You Pack and Ship. I don't know how many I ordered the last time I ordered. I must have placed an order for like 1,000 of them. But it's basically somebody designed this, somebody in and recovery meaning like addiction recovery. And yeah, it's just really nice. Got a whole thing on here explaining the mailer, and they would, the proceeds went towards recovery from addiction. And I love that. My boyfriend is in the recovery field professionally. So now I've got these great big giant things that I'm afraid will get caught. So I'm gonna get out my big fat tape gun. Also probably unnecessary for what I do now, but it was really helpful when I was, trying to force 15 pounds of Pyrex into a box at one point. I package very well. Just saying. All right, so that weighs 5 ounces. Go. Okay. Put you back for now. You have to click about 75 buttons to actually print a label. It's very frustrating. Okay, there. Oh, I love these thermal labels. I used to, like print them out of printer paper, and then I would like cut them and then tape them in all the directions to make sure that the edges don't catch in the machinery and all this stuff. I've got a bag down there that I add all my packages to. All right, what are we shipping next? Let's see. Back to our import page. Oh, okay. I don't want to do those yet. We're going to do those last. Cottons. Okay, I'm going to do more I had a lot of panty sales because I listed a whole bunch yesterday. And so the majority of the ones that I've sold, I think all of them except this one pair that I'm wrapping were all ones that I listed yesterday. These I listed with the last round. Let's see. Oh my. This is like a weird first name that. Okay, there we go. Wow, this is the fucking enthralling video, isn't it? Okay. So this one is eBay. I am going to use my little eBay mailer. Oop, that's not eBay. I have like a thing where I feel like the people on Etsy won't like the eBay mail. They're going to be like, ew, eBay, right? Like I feel like the Etsy buyers are a little bit elitist. Not because I think negatively of the Etsy buyers, more because I think of eBay as like the yard sale site versus Etsy, which is like a little more upscale. I feel like that's also a thing that's just in my head, but so So I don't like using the eBay mailers for Etsy buyers, but also sometimes the leopard print ones, you know, they're a little bit, I don't know, whatever. They're cute, but I feel like I should have something that's a little bit more neutral than the leopard print, you know. I just have a hard time finding poly mailers that I like. I got, I love these recovery tattoo ones. They didn't have the smaller size, and I keep not finding, like, I don't want to do just a plain color because that's boring, right? I think it is. I feel like I should tape the sides of this thing again. All right, I'm going to do, no, I won't. Never mind. Sometimes when I'm doing a bunch of shipping, I take a big piece of tape and I just like stick it here like fly paper. And then I put all these little things stick to it so that they all stay together until I can throw them out. But I'm almost done with the little things. So, all right. Next up, who do we have next? Oh, girl, missing a package here. There we go. Let's see. Now I'm going to do another one of these. And then after this, I've got two things that actually have to be like packaged in bubble wrap. So let's see, who is this going to? Tomorrow me is going to be so excited that today me did her shipping. I don't almost never, I pretty literally never do my shipping, in advance. I always do it, on the day that I go to the post office. Partially because, if I sell anything overnight, now I have to have a different scan form. I do it all to be able to put it all on one scan form. When my boyfriend does his shipping, he's literally shipping, as soon as he makes a sale, he like gets it and ships it out. He has been changing that up a little bit though. So partially, I think he sells a lot and he feels bad not having a scan form for our post office worker. She is great. She will scan everything. If we ask her to, if we wanted her to do individual scans, she does that with no problem. But when I have a large number of packages, I do try to bring her a scan form. I feel like we've talked about scan forms in the past. Like if you bring a scan form, it basically is like one barcode that represents all the packages attached to it. So you could have like 20 packages attached to that barcode. And the post office worker just scans the one barcode on the scan form. And then, that's supposed to be like the acceptance of all your packages. But, right. So the problem with that is that if the packages never get scanned individually, the post office doesn't consider them as having been received. It's more like a thing for the buyer to be able to see. Like it puts a thing in the system saying like, oh, this has been dropped off at the post office, but like not really. Like, you can't use that as an acceptance scan to say that the post office received the item if the thing goes missing. So a lot of people don't like using the scan forms. I mean, ideally, I don't either, but the number of times I come across a legitimate problem are so few and far between. I definitely have had things where stuff goes missing for like a couple days. I had one go like a week with no scans and then was just delivered at her house. And thankfully it was a buyer that, I was familiar with and, but yeah, that's not fun. But in general, I don't have that many problems. So I try not to like, the post office workers have a lot of shit to do. And when they have to scan like your 40 packages, in addition to, it's a lot. So I try to make it easy on them when I can. All right, next I'm going to be wrapping up this little box. So this box of nylons. So I don't know that my buyer, I sort of pre-pulled some bubble wrap here for myself. I don't know that my buyer cares about the box, but I don't know that they don't care about the box. So I'm going to package this to protect the box a little bit. It shouldn't be at risk of getting crushed too much. I don't think that they're putting, I think this will be like 9 ounces at most. they're not going to put like a 9-ounce package under a 50-pound, I don't know. I feel like they separate them at least a little bit. This bubble wrap is so particular. There we go. Okay, so wrap that. I could be naive about the way the post office is handling packages. Maybe they are throwing these in with the 50-pound and 100-pound packages. I don't know, but I haven't had anyone tell me that there has been an issue with these getting crushed. So, all right, let's see. There's that, all purdy. Write our little thank you card again. Let's see. Thank you. And the last package is going to be the, I don't know, I was going to say the fun one. I was going to say the humdinger, and I don't know where that came from because I am not humdinger years old. Okay. That's what popped into my head. The last package is going to be the one that involves the most amount of actual packaging. How nice and neat it fits in there. It's so pretty. Because the last one's a plate, so I need to bubble wrap it and get it into a box, and I'm not going to have a box. My scale is all the way over there. That's why I keep doing this. 5 ounces. I'm not going to have a box that fits properly, so I'm going to have to finagle it a little bit. Is this 5 ounces? Is that what I just said? Yeah, I'm going to call it 6 because it weighed in at 4.9 and then it weighed in at 5 the second time. So let's just call it 6 and be safe, right? All right, that in there. Okay, my label. All right, and I'm going to write my last thank you card because this pen dries out in between writing cards. It's very annoying. So I'm gonna write this out so I can put this pen away. Wow, this one is messy. It's so messy that I considered throwing that card away and starting over. I do that sometimes, but I also recognize that the buyer is going to probably not even look at it and just throw it away. Sometimes they look at it, but they're certainly not going to like hang it on the refrigerator and treasure it forever. So, okay. All right, now I got to wrap up a plate. So let's see. So I get like reams. I have a giant bunch of bubble wrap. I just order like 700 feet at a time. So they come in these like massive rolls. Let's see. So there we go. All right. This is too long. I'm looking for the perforation so that there we go. This particular batch of bubble wrap that I got is doesn't always like to tear. So, all right, let's see. No idea what box I'm going to use for this. Kind of depends too. Where are they? They're in fucking California. Always in California. Every time there's anything that's like, this is going to be over a pound. And I do free shipping. So of course it's going to California. Every fucking time. Makes a big difference. All right, so that's round one of the bubble wrapping. I'm going to tuck the sides all up, which is probably overkill, but I'm doing it anyway. That's not enough tape. Side number 2. Go. Now I'm going to do the next layer of bubble wrap. Just going to go in the opposite direction of what I did before. Like, you know, before I wrapped it this way, now I'm going to go around, you know, this way. Was that helpful illustration? I know it was. I know it was. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is going to be enough. We'll see. So what sucks about it going to California, besides the fact that it's going to be more expensive, because it always is, also, I have boxes that would fit this really nicely, but they're all priority, and the rate is going to be stupid for priority for California. Just to give you an idea. Oh, let's see. Let's give this like a tester. Before I've stuck it in a box, this is already at 1 pound, 9 ounces. So let's just see. If it's 2 pounds or less, this is going to cost me either $9.39 to send it ground, or $12.58 to send it priority mail cubic. Let's see. Cubic is just like, there's like extra discounty things that Pirate Ship gives you. Let me see if I did. Hold on. I'm going to change the box size a little bit, because I put in a size that's probably not accurate for what my priority box would be if I sent it priority. Let's see. If I used this box, what would the rate? Would it change the rate? Let's see. They print their dimensions on the box, which is nice. 14, 12, 4. Try that again. The package is too big. Oh, I put 114 instead of 14. Try that again. I fixed it. Refresh. Oh dear. What are we doing? Pirate Ship is giving me issues. There we go. What are we doing, Pirate Ship? Oh no. Refresh. Try that. All right, get rates. Thank you. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't fun. 14, 12, 4, 2 pounds. Let's see. All right, yeah, $12.58. It didn't change the price for priority mail, although interestingly, it did change my price for Ground Advantage to straight up $10. I think before I just estimated the box size. I said 10 by 10 by 4, I think, and it gave me a Ground Advantage price of like whatever it was, like $9.58, something like that. Now I put in an actual, like if this was the box I was using, which was about 14 by 12 by 3, and it's telling me it would be $10 for Ground Advantage or $12.58 priority. It didn't change the priority price, but it did change the ground, which is interesting. I'm going to just take a look and see what this, let me see how much this sold for. Yeah. 30 $30. I'm just going to use the priority box because it's not worth my mental health for, you know, less than $3 difference in shipping. Sometimes I will fight with a box, but I know that it would be a big fight and I just don't want to do it. So we're going to send it priority. It's also nice for the buyer because then they get it faster. Now, is this definitely is going to need a little more bubble wrap. Also, hold on, hold the phone. Let me make sure that this box is not putting it over 2 pounds before I add more bubble wrap, because you mofo, maybe it might. I gotta say. Here's the goal. The goal is going to be keep it under 2 pounds. I was at like 1 pound 14 and change. And if I go to 1 pound, if I go over 2 pounds, it's going to jump astronomically. Let's see what we can do here. £1 pound, 15.2 ounces. I think we're okay. All right, take this. Tape this. A little thank you card on there. Now, put in there. And so the thing that sucks a little bit here is that there's a little space here at the top, right? A little bit of wiggle room. And we don't like wiggle room because when things can move around, do I think it would be fine? Probably. But I also feel like it'll be better if I can really get the box fitted around it. I'm looking for my box resizer thingy. There it is. Which is probably going a little bit overboard. I'll take this out while I do this. Hold on. Everything takes so long. I swear. Oh, this doesn't even really, the handle doesn't fit down into the box. Fortunately, I'm still going to be able to make this happen, I think. How have I not come across this as an issue before? I guess I have normally been resizing much larger boxes. Okay. That basically just perforates the cardboard, and then you have to slit the sides. Can't really see where the perforations are very well because it's dark over here. One more. Oh my God, it's so dark. Okay. Yay. It just makes it fold down more neatly instead of fighting with it. I got to cut this flap off, but that's nice because it makes it a bit lighter, which in this case isn't really going to do anything for me because, you know, I'm not, there's times that I've been that close to the next pound mark that it's like, yeah, we got to shave off this flap to keep us from going over. All right, so now I'm going to that down. Now it's all nice and neat. Now the thing is that I'm going to cut, not cut this. Did that already. I'm going to tape over this because it's just a little bulky and it makes me nervous. Again, that it's going to get caught. Don't go to sleep, please. Thank you. And because I'm being extra, let's measure this box and see if changing the dimensions, oops, sorry about that, changes our price at all. it won't actually. What am I doing? Never mind, because I'm sending it priority, so it will not change it. But now we're here, so I'm going to do it anyway. So we are at 12. Yeah, 11. And then 3. I said 4 before because I was messing it up. 12, 11, 3. Get the rates, please. Get the rates, please. Yep, 12.58. Did not change it. So, so sad. Anyway, every single time. Just for some context, so that was shipping to California, 2 pounds, $12.58. If I wanted to ship that to New Jersey, 703. No, let's do New York. All right, New York, one state over. 12, 11, 3, 2 pounds. What's our rate quote going to be? It was $12.58 to ship it to California. It would be $7.12 to ship it to New York. That is just, see why I get mad? $30 item and $12 of it alone went to shipping. I could have had only $7 of it go to shipping. Anyway, that's all my shipping though. It's done. My little box there. And wasn't that the most thrilling video you ever watched? So the important thing is I published a video today, and I don't know, maybe maybe you just like having somebody blather in the background while you're doing something else. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you soon for a haul video, which is going to be way more fun than this was. Thank you so much. Bye.